We're picking things up today with Cameron Maybin, and look, the Marlins, I don't want to brag, I don't want to jinx things, but we're on a 5-game winning streak, and I want to make it 6 games, but we're down in the top of the 9th inning with Marcus Frisk on second base and Cameron Maybin up to bat. Look, we're down 1, there's 1 guy on, there are no outs, we have an opportunity to shine to get that winning streak going again. I mean, at least extending it to 6 games and not having it end at 5. So here we go with the second pitch. A little bit of a splitter, drops off, and Cameron Maybin pulls that one pretty foul. He's at an 0-2 count right now. I mean, that was, in my opinion, pretty good contact, but a little bit early. So Cameron Maybin, 0-2 count now, protect that plate. A nasty splitter puts Cameron Maybin down. Yeah, you can't really be mad at anyone but yourself, young fella. Up next is our biggest free agent acquisition, Nolan Arenado, 1 for 4 in the day, a single and RBI. And look, you have the only RBI in the team today. I would kind of love it if you got another RBI right here, right now. Look, a single is going to score Marcus Frisk. The dude is stupid fast. Now, we are going to move him over to third base here. It's not going to be a single. We do have 2 outs with the guy on third base, and the game is on the line. And look, Nolan, don't be too mad at yourself. 1 for 5 is pretty trash, but we have Mookie Betts coming up. 1 for 4, a double. Again, Mookie Betts probably at this point of the season, I would give him our MVP. 5 home runs, almost 20 RBIs. The dude's been killing it. So he sees one, and Mookie Betts is going to drive it into the outfield. That one is not going to be caught. Mookie is going to tie things up here in the top of the 9th inning, and we at least have 1 more batter this inning. Possibly a walk-off, but Mookie, that was literally a foot more. That one's probably going to be called. One more look at the replay here. Mookie hits one up the middle. Center fielder goes in, and look at this. I mean, that is as close as you can possibly get without being out. So great hit there by Mookie Betts. Here we go with Derek Dietrich is up now. 3 home runs, 7 RBIs, a little over 220 on the season so far for him. First pitch is going to be outside. We're going to lay off of that one. Dietrich, he's not a guy that's going to play every day for us. He's kind of a situational guy. But when he's up, for the most part, he's been really good. And behind him is Gleyber Torres in the batting order. So if he does well here, we're going to see Gleyber Torres come up to bat. And Torres, again, is one of those young studs on the team. They've got a guy going in the bullpen right now. So they're a little nervous with how their pitcher's doing. A lot of pressure here on Dietrich. Oh, should be 3-0 for being honest, but we got a little overzealous. We swung at one that I don't really feel like we should have actually swung at. So the 2-1 count now again for Derek Dietrich, the righty coming in. The splitter's there, he waits on it, but he was still too early, and that one ends up going foul down the right field line this time. So a 2-2 count now for Dietrich. 1 guy on base, what can he do? He's going to take a pitch that, in my opinion, should have been a strike. Like, he should have been caught out there. It should have been a 2-2 count, ended up being 2-3. Have him looking, but he's got another chance to fight here. So the 3-2, the full count. He's going to get a hold of one. Look, the good news is he hit it. The bad news is that one's going to be caught shallow with a warning track, and that's the end of the 9th inning, but we're going on to the 10th, and we're going to still be able to fight. Up here for the Cardinals will be Colton Wong, a triple and a single on the day. His batting average is well above 300. He's ready to go, but here on the mound, I'm pretty sure we got Bobby Beamer is what it looks like. First pitch from him. Not bad. It's going to be fouled off down the first base line. On the next pitch, Beamer's going to go with a slider outside. Good movement on that one, and Colton Wong is going to miss on it. Okay, we got 2 strikes on a guy that is fantastic. So if we can get him a swing and miss here, we'll be in pretty good shape. Great pitch. We got him a swing. We're going to get over to first base pretty easily, and that is the first out of the inning. A great approach there by Bobby Beamer. Look, he struggled with his ERA. His ERA has went up well above 6 at times, and here against Marcell Ozuna, he's got an opportunity to shine. This guy, even though he's a fantastic hitter, he's batting under 200 so far this season, and we're like 20-ish or so games through. Now a play here is going to be thrown over, and Andre Johnson, looking like Derek Jeter, looking like Cal Ripken, whoever you want to say. That was an incredible play. Get the second out of the inning and get Ozuna out there. Now, here we go. Tommy Pham is up. So slider inside. Bobby Beamer has been brilliant so far. That one's a little bit too inside, so we're going to end up getting a ball there. Tommy Pham is looking pretty patient. Change up here on the outside part of the plate. Lost control of that one. Okay, Beamer, you're getting a little wild now. This is not the Bobby Beamer we want to see. Get back to where you were. He's going to miss on that one, so it's a 3-0 count with DeJong up next. Okay, let's go fastball inside a little bit. Get the control down. They say it's a ball. That's 4 straight pitches. Ends up being a walk. And Bobby Beamer, the glasses are looking fresh. You're pitching on that at bat, not so much. So here we go. An opportunity to close this inning out against a pretty good young hitter. Curveball to start. That one's way up in the zone. He hung that curveball, and honestly, I can't help but feel like we got bailed out there. So a change up next. That one's a little low. He check swings on that one. The umpire says he does not go around. Fastball has just not been good for us, so we're going to lay off of that for the moment. Slider, he's going to foul that one off. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now, 2 outs, and a guy on for the Cardinals. We're going to go to the edge of the strike zone here. Got him swinging on one. This is going to be popped. It's going to be foul, however. No one's going to catch that one except for the fans. So a souvenir there. Back to the curveball. We hung one up earlier. We got him swinging on that one. Should be an easy out at first base. It is, and that is the end of the bottom of the 9th inning. On to the 10th we go. Now, Gleyber Torres is up. His batting average isn't super great at the moment, but he's climbing. 2 for 3 in the day. He's got 2 doubles underneath his belt and an opportunity to shine for the young fella. So the right-handed pitcher we saw last inning is still in the ball game here. First pitch is down the middle, and we cut pretty hard, but swing and miss. So the 0-1 count now. We're getting about 20 pitches or so for this guy, but they're already looking to pull him out again with a righty in the bullpen. That one's there. Gleyber Torres says get out of town, but unfortunately he took the wrong route, and that one's going to be foul. So he almost had a big hit there, but it is what it is. Ends up being a foul ball. So an 0-2 count for Torres. That one's going to be in the dirt, of course. Gleyber's going to watch that one. He's getting a much better eye. Like, we've seen him struggle a little bit this season, but he's getting in the zone. He's becoming the player we expected him to be. There's going to be a hit by Torres, but it's kind of weakly grounded at third base, barring an error. That one's going to be an out. Nearly off the bag, but the first baseman does make a good play. And Gleyber Torres, yeah, go ahead and get mad. Now, Mike Zunino, this is a guy that's going to be interesting for us. He's batting .207. He had a fantastic 2019 campaign, but in 2020, he's batting like .207, and I'm not really happy with his performance so far. And we have a couple different options, right? We have Dylan Ruiz, kind of in AAA. We could try and maybe trade Mike Zunino. He has 5 years on his deal, so anybody that signs him is going to get a very good catcher in a long-term deal, and another home run to deep left field is going to be foul. So just like Gleyber Torres, we find ourselves with an 0-2 count here with Mike Zunino trying to get his first base hit of this ball game. And they call a ball that is well out of the strike zone. Ends up being a strike. Feels like a little bit of karma from earlier in the 9th inning. It is what it is, but I don't agree with that whatsoever. So up next is Andre Johnson, a guy who's again batting below 200, but had a fantastic play earlier in the ball game, defensively at least. So the first pitch, they don't end up calling it a strike, luckily for us. Is well out of the zone. The umpire ends up being pretty fair. So 1-0 count for Johnson. He's got one up the middle. That one is going to be a base hit. Now keep in mind, Andre Johnson, I believe the second fastest player on our team, 94 speed for him. And again, we are trying to get some runs on the board because we are trying to extend our winning streak from 5 to 6 games. And that was a heck of a hit. Now our pitcher is coming up in Bobby Beamer, so we need to go ahead and make a decision here. We could bring in Florial, we could bring in Garrett Cooper. Honestly, with a righty, I feel like our best option here is going to be Garrett Cooper. He is our best hitter at this point. So Garrett Cooper will be the guy getting the call. Again, we have a guy on the disabled list that'll probably start over him and Matt Olson when he comes back. But for right now, Garrett Cooper is one of our better players. So with Garrett Cooper up, we're also going to go to the bullpen really quick. And I'm feeling like it's going to be time. ERAs are through the roof. We're going to say Nick Whitgren. We're going to warm him up here because I'm hoping we can get a run here, bring in Whitgren or Doolittle, and close this one out. Now he's going to get a hold of one. That's going to be chopped over to the left field spot. We're going to move Andre Johnson over to the second base. So now a single likely will score Johnson. Garrett Cooper, I'm feeling pretty good. Now the top of our order is going to be up. That was a great little call there. They're going to bring in Sam Tuivailala. This guy has a 1-1 record. ERA's pretty high. We have an opportunity here with Marcus Frisk up 4 for 5 on the day. 2 doubles, 2 singles, 2 runs. Marcus Frisk and Mookie Betts, again, 2 of the best players on our squad this year. So 2 outs, 2 on. Marcus Frisk is up, ready to drive in some runs. First pitch is going to be outside, and smartly he lays off of that one. When a relief pitcher comes into the ball game, more often than not, you want to kind of lay off of the first pitch. Let them see if they can actually get a little bit of feel for the ball. That one's there. Frisk is a little bit late on it. Everyone's going to be running, but unfortunately, that one is caught by the left fielder, and we move on to the bottom of the 10th. So in comes Nick Whitgren, 2-2 on the year, 1 save, a 2.60 ERA. He's got an opportunity to get a W today if he can just pitch pretty well. So Jed Dior goes up, single and a run, 1 for 3 on the day. We're going to give him a fastball up high to start him off on this at bat. Just slightly missing again, a relief pitcher. Got to find his zone a little bit. Let's go change up down low, see if we can actually get a strike started. There we go, good contact, but we ended up getting the strike that we needed. So counts all even up at 1-1. Let's go back up top of that fastball, see if we can find our placement. We're inside a little bit more than I wanted to, but we do have 2 strikes now. We are ahead in the count. I think it's time to get a little dangerous with the curveball here. So Wickren comes in. Beautiful curveball. Great movement. And yeah, Jed, how do you feel about that one? Not too good. So we got one out now. Another guy up now. Let's go fastball inside. This one, again, missing the zone a little bit too much. Change up again. Same kind of route we went last time. Worked out well, and okay, control's a little bit of an issue right now for Wickren, but we're slowly but surely going to get that back. Let's go a little bit lower in the zone with the fastball. Much better accuracy, contact there from the hitter, but we're now down 2-1 in the count. We're going to keep things moving. We're only do a change up. And all about control at this point. Beautiful change up there. Got him swinging. Now we're going to go back to the same spot. Curveball inside. Got him swinging a little bit. We're going to try to make the play at first base. It's going to be close, but look at that. Nick Wickren showing off the glove, showing off the fielding ability. And just like that, we get the second out of the inning with Tyler O'Neill coming up. Double and a single in the day. 2 for 4. We're hoping after this is bad, he'll be 2 for 5. So we're going to work in a different type of order on our account. We're going to go with a curveball to start, which just misses the zone. We can go fastball. Fastball we're having trouble kind of tracking right now. Not the best control on it at the moment. And we do end up getting the benefit of the doubt on that call. That could have been kind of 50-50 if you ask me, but the ump did give us a good call, making up for a couple bad ones he's had so far against us. The check swing there didn't go far enough, and we don't end up getting that call. So 2-1 behind in the count as a pitcher. Nice little pitch there again. They're hitting that with foul. They're behind in a lot of our stuff at the moment. See if we can finish them off with a beautiful curveball. Great movement, that should be foul, and it is. So we got bailed out. That could have been a double pretty easily. Let's go fastball away. Got him swinging again. Look, this guy is going down, but not without a fight. So again, let's go curveball inside. See if we can jam him, make him swing and miss. Nice little hit up the middle. Second baseman makes a good play. Torres throws it over, and look, that dude has 67 speed, but it looked like 95 there. But we got the third out, moving on to the 11th inning. Cameron Maben back up, 1 for 4, a single. We saw him earlier. Did not have the best at bat. I think we saw him strike out in the last at bat too, so we would like to see him have a much better result this time. So the first pitch from the new pitcher. Good contact. Look, he waited on that one. Beautiful hit, beautiful contact, and Cameron Maben much better at bat this time around. Nolan Arenado, 1 for 5, a single and an RBI. Time to redeem yourself. Look, you're making too much money, about $20 million a year, to be going 1 for 5 in an important game like this one. We're trying to win as many games as humanly possible. And look, if we don't start winning games, we could see our GM get fired. Now he's going deep in this one. This one is out. Nolan Arenado, look, you were worth the $20 million. I told you right there, you make too much money to go 1 for 5 on a game. And you said, oh, what'd you say? The GM needs some help. We don't want the GM to get fired. He brought me in here to make big time plays. I'm a big time player. Easy does it. Home run number 5 in the season for Nolan Arenado. And just like that, we got a 4-2 lead. Now with that big lead, we're going to put Sean Doolittle into the bullpen and bring in our closer, because honestly, our closer, he's been money all season long. The dude is lights out, in my opinion, the best closer in baseball for our team right now. We got to bring him in. So Mookie Betts is up now, 0 for 1. Great movement on that one, but we're going to lay off with a slider. We got a 1-1 count again. The pitcher seems a little bit rattled if you ask me. Again, he's missing the strike zone. Mookie Betts is now ahead 2-1 in this count. If he can find a good fastball, he can drive it. He's going to get one. That one's going to be foul, however. Great movement, but a little bit early on that one. So the 2-2 count now, all even up. Protect that plate, Mookie. Here we go. Just out. So Mookie Betts has now moved in to a full count. It's 3-2, nobody on, nobody out. Got to protect the plate, anything close. This one is inside though, and Mookie Betts says, oh, don't mind me, I'm going to stroll down to first base. Easy does it as he draws the walk. Derek Dietrich is up, not really getting a hit today. 0 for 3, got a fly out last at bat. We saw him. Honestly, he got decently close to hitting one out of the ballpark. He was about 5 or 10 feet away from the warning track, but here we go. Decent speed on first. He sees what he likes. He hits it over to second. Probably going to be a double play there. Dietrich's not super fast. Mookie's got decent speed. It ends up being a double play. So now 2 outs now. Derek Dietrich, it's been a bad day for you. But here goes Gleyber Torres. 2 for 4. 2 doubles on the afternoon. Batting about .235 on the season. Again, this guy's improving. I like what we're seeing so far from Gleyber. What can he do here? Can he get a base hit like he did last time? So Torres ready. Sees one in the dirt, and I couldn't resist swinging at that one. Not the best eyeball on that pitch at all. So the 0-1 count. I believe Torres hit a home run last time, but it ended up being foul. Would love to hit one fair this time, but instead he goes back down the left field line to the third baseman. Third baseman makes a good play. Torres is thrown out by just a little bit. We're moving on to the bottom of the 11th inning. So Yadier Molina comes up, and he is batting a disgusting 186. And here we go with Whitgren in. We're going to go ahead and put in Sean Doolittle. He deserves it. This guy has been lights out this season. A 0.56 ERA, 14 saves in 16 chances. I like what we've seen from Sean Doolittle. And look, we don't even need him to get warmed up, man. He's 100% ready to go. Yadier Molina, I don't think he's got enough right now for Doolittle. So Doolittle's going to hit one, or have one thrown into him that Yadier ends up hitting over. Ends up being a foul ball, so the 0-1 count. Second pitch is off target. We got to get down to the timing a little bit for Sean Doolittle. Let's go change up inside, make it a borderline pitch. That one's there again, and it's fouled off by Yadier Molina. So here we go, 1-2 count. We are all where we want to be. The payoff pitch is not exactly where I wanted it. It ends up being a little bit too low. So 2-2 count, all even up now. Perfect placement, but Yadier Molina is able to catch up to that one. So we're still here, but Molina's trying to stay alive. Slider inside is going to be poked out a little bit more than I wanted it to in the left field. We're going to camp underneath of it, and that one is going to be brought in by Marcus Frisk. Up next will be a pinch hit, and Will Myers is coming in for the Cardinals. Look, this is a dude that batting average hasn't always been super great, but he's got a lot of power. And if he makes good contact, we could be in a lot of trouble. So a great first pitch there by Doolittle. Seems to be settling in a little bit more. A changeup that is absolutely disgusting. Will Myers just swinging, and he's a missing. And there we go. Ball hit to Andre Johnson. Johnson fielded it cleanly. Get it over to first. That one is on target, and we now have 2 outs as Will Myers sits down in the bottom of the 11th inning. The comeback his. All that stands in between him is Colton Wong and a couple of pitches. Now, he's got a triple in the afternoon. I believe we got him out the last time we saw him, but this dude, he's no slouch. He makes good contact. He could be a problem on the bases. So the first one is fouled off to the first base coach. Slider on the second one. Oh, the placement, unbelievable by Sean Doolittle. Best relief pitcher in baseball. We're going to go fastball a little bit away here. That was going to be hit up the middle to Andre Johnson. He spins around, throws it over to first. That one is out. Super close play. But the Marlins are going to walk out of here with a W. Nick Whitgren is going to walk out with the win. Bobby Beamer was pretty good in relief, if you ask me. Had a couple of bad decisions there, but overall was solid. This team is just finding ways to win. That is now 6 W's in a row for the Miami Marlins. We're heading into a game today against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now, you've seen us do a lot of stuff hitting, but now we have an opportunity pitching. Luis Castillo right now, if you look at his stats, this dude is pitching a shutout in the 9th inning. We're trying to go for a complete game shutout here, and Luis Castillo is 7-3. I mean, there's a reason this dude is our ace. He has been lights out, and I really want to close this game out with him, get his 8th win of the season, and most importantly, keep the shutout going. Now, if he loses the shutout, we'll probably bring someone in for him. Right now, we're having a lot of issues with his controls. We're going to try to go to a changeup here. A little bit of an easier pitch to throw. Can Castillo keep the shutout going? Okay, so far he's not a walkie, guys. I'm a little nervous at the moment. So let's go, I mean, 2-seamer maybe? We'll just try to get it basically right down the middle. But we're really close to the draft. After this game, we're going to do the draft, see what kind of players we pick up again. You guys know the deal. I'll leave you information down below in a future video on how to become one of those players. But see if we can catch up on this. Oh, we got him a swing. That was absolutely a ball. Now, Luis Castillo back in this count. I think we're going to go 2-seamer again. We've used a lot of it. Let's see if Castillo can get out of this. Oh, he's a little bit late on that one. This ball's hit over to the right field side. First baseman's there, and a beautiful play by the first baseman. First out of the top of the 9th inning, and the shutout is continuing right there. Great pitch overall. I mean, he battled back basically being down 3-0 in that count, and I'm pretty proud of Luis Castillo there. So new batter again. 1 out. Dialed in. To me, that's a borderline pitch that could have been a strike, but the ump didn't give him the benefit of the doubt. A little bit of fog out there, a little hazy in the game, and another pitch that again, borderline, could have been a strike. So we're going to elevate in the zone a bit. Trying to go with the 2-seamer inside. Beautiful hit. That is hit to the third baseman. Third baseman gets it over to first. That is another out. 2 outs now for Luis Castillo. The young fella is about to get the complete game shutout, but all that stands in between him is Corey Dickerson. Now, he's batting .255 on the year. He's 1 for 3 in the day. He's got himself a single. Can Castillo get the lefty out here? The first pitch again, 2-seamer, up high. Finally, a first pitch strike. We've been missing that so far from these last few at-bats from Castillo. That much closer to his 8th win of the season. This could be a guy that can make a pitch for the Cy Young. We'll see what happens. He's got to do a little bit better this year. But overall, he's kept his ERA down. He's got a lot of strikeouts. And he has been a dominant pitcher who almost got Corey Dickerson looking there. We're going to try to go two-seamer inside. A little bit low. See if we can buckle him a bit. A beautiful pitch. Finally, the umpire gave us the benefit of the doubt. Thank you, Luis Castillo. That is a complete game shutout. Up next, we're going to head over and do the draft. We're going to see what kind of players we pick up. Maybe one of you guys will become one of those players. But shout out to Luis Castillo. Win number 8 on the season, and that was a beautiful one. So we've made it to the draft, and first is going to be Derek Abernathy's taken first, with Brian Kuhn taken there. And at the 3rd pick overall, here we are. We have the benefit of the doubt of being really horrible last season. Hopefully we can keep this trend of being great this season and getting some really good draft picks too. With our first pick overall, we're going to go with Kurt Evans. Now this is a guy coming out of California. He is 20 years of age, but for what we can see, he's probably the best candidate available for us, and he won't be coming up till likely around 2024 or even later. But by the time we get there, I think he'll be fine. Actually, no. The draft has been complete, and I think we did a decent job. I wouldn't say this is my best job ever drafting. We've had some better draft classes, to be perfectly honest, but here's what we have. So, first overall, we took Phil Latham, 91 potential, age 20. He's a closing pitcher. Scott Downs is who we took next, 75 overall potential. Randall Moran with a 74 overall potential, 53 overall at the moment. William Kaneko was starting pitcher. He's got an 83 overall potential, so kind of a gem there in the later rounds. Duncan Cannon, 70 overall potential. Right now he's a 68 overall, so doesn't look like he's a ton of room to grow, but we'll see how he does in the minor leagues. He's only 18. And Enrique Torres, 68 overall currently, 77 overall potential. Not a bad draft class. And as you guys know, with every single draft class, I give you guys an opportunity to become some of these players. So how it works is, there's a form in the comments down below. What you want to do is, you want to copy that, you want to put the name of the player you want to become, and then your first name and your last name, or you can make up a first and last name. But basically, you want to put the player you want to be, your first and last name, and I will randomly choose a couple of you guys to become these players. And you'll find out in a future video, but it'll be a little bit before you know for sure. We've completed the draft, a couple of players to come back healthy. Mookie Betts just came off a stint of the DL, and we're 38-23 with a 5-game lead in our division. Makes me feel really good. We're 5-5 in our last 10. Gotta do a little bit better if you ask me, but we're getting close to the All-Star break. In the next video, we'll see if we continue grinding on. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys leave a like. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode of the Marlins Franchise.